Guys, it's the kid here. We're here for the Double H Q&A. Hey. So we'll answer your questions. To get a question answered is very simple. You just head to the official website, that is halffootballhot.com. You head to that website, you scroll down, put in your name and your email, and then you send me a question. Any football or non-football related questions are very much obliged. Let us roll. Just increase my brightness. So this is from Mo. Hello HH, how's it going? It's alright. Please keep in mind that this question was asked before the Bayern v Madrid game. Everyone keeps saying that Bayern have been weak versus Spanish teams as they lost versus Atleti, Barca and Madrid in the past few seasons. But what everyone seems to forget that those losses were after Heinkes left. Before he left, they beat Barca 7-0 on aggregate and they knocked out Real Madrid in the year before, and that was with a weaker squad than he has now in most positions. I don't know about that, other than maybe Lam and Schweinsteiger. Two key names. So what's your view on that? And what do you think about J. Cole's new album, KOD? I think it's sick. Watch it go platinum in no time. I think that my view on it... Bayern's team in 2013 was stronger. It was a stronger team. I think that they had a better squad and they're just a better first team. As you just named those names, Bart Simpson for me is the best right back of all time. Schweinsteiger at that time was the best midfielder in the world at that time in 2013. So you're talking about two guys who were the best in their positions in the world. So, and I think that Schweinsteiger is easily better than Thiago will ever hope to be, and Bart Simpson is the best right back of all time. So I just think Bayern's team is right now, they're just not strong enough. And as far as J. Cole's new album, at first I thought it was a bit odd, a bit strange, a bit slow to get into, but the more and more I listen to it, I'm actually understanding its deep in a lot more. And I think it's an album which you have to listen from beginning to end and listen to it in its entirety. And I think that is how it was meant to be listened to. Oliver D. Hey, Halfop, I wanted to ask you that what do you think about the season of Schalke? Do you think that they have got world-class players who could play in the Premier League or the best clubs in the world? Goretzka is going to Bayern already. And what do you think about their manager, Domenico Tedesco? As a fun fact, he was appointed by the same guy who worked at Mainz and at Titanium there. He appointed Jurgen Klopp and Thomas Tuchel. Look, as I said again in my video, I think that Tedesco would be a very good coach to take over at Arsenal. I think that he's a good tactician. He's young. He's got fresh, interesting ideas. And I think what he's done with Schalke has been good. Obviously, they've been struggling as of late. They were not doing as well as they did earlier on in the season when I actually began to really pay heed and really watch them. But I just think that, he's definitely got some interesting ideas in his team. And it is a young team. They don't really that many world-class players in the team. And again, they don't have the kind of guys when they used to have Sané, Draxler, they had... they didn't have also, but yeah, Sané, Draxler, and all those kinds of dudes. But yeah, man, I think that he would definitely be somebody who would work at Arsenal and work in a bigger club if he's given time. So I think it's from Theo Alabi. Hello HH. This is a 3-part question. First, the City said Quantum Leap is your personal favorite. What was your best season of the show, as well as your favorite episode, and why? I believe it was season 4, and my favorite. Oh no, for me that's so hard to pick up. There are too many good episodes. There was the one episode where he's this killer was amazing. The episode where I think this episode, I think it was in season 4, called Black on White on Fire, where he's a black guy during the civil rights movement, was amazing. There's another really good one. No. I mean, I think those are the ones that stand out to me when he was a killer because of how invented that episode was. The Black on White on Fire. Basically, all of the racial episodes for me when he was in was very good. Another one that was really good was when he was a kid with Down syndrome as well. That was a very emotional episode as well. So I think there were a lot of very, very good episodes there. Secondly, what tournament would you say was the greatest you've ever seen in terms of players and entertainment, both club and international tournaments? Euro 2000. The Euro 2000 is the best tournament that I've ever seen, and I still say to today it was an amazing, amazing tournament. And thirdly, which player would you say was the best player really talked about? Ray Kelman. It shocked me. It shocks me how very few people know about how amazing Riquelme was. Riquelme was an outstanding player, and if you want to see how good Riquelme is, go onto YouTube and watch Saviola's goal against Ivory Coast at the 2006 World Cup. That Riquelme pass for me is probably one of the best through balls I've ever seen. It's probably one of the best through balls I've ever seen. So yeah, Riquelme was an outstanding player who doesn't get enough credit. From Pedro, hey HH, I would first like to say that for me, you have one of the best channels on YouTube and keep up with the great work. Thank you very much. 2 questions. Who is the biggest brick you've ever witnessed in your lifetime? Yakubu, based off his miss. Either Yakubu or Janssen has been pretty crap. I mean, Janssen for Tottenham has been pretty crap. I think those two definitely have been pretty bad. But look, I mean, you can bring in Cahill, you can bring in Rafinha for Bayern. I mean, no, there's some great breaks out there. And where do you think Dybala will go this summer? Personally, wouldn't mind him replacing Benzema at Madrid. Nah, I don't think that will happen because you've already got Isco, you've already got Asensio. He doesn't fit in at Real Madrid. If he leaves Juventus, I think Bayern Munich is a possibility. I think Bayern Munich definitely need a player like him, a wide, skilled player who they're missing because Robert's getting old, Ribery's getting old, Coman is a bit young. So I think that may be a place where I think he would fit in and he would probably go. And Mohamed Mudawi, what do you think has been the best attacking trio in the history of football? It's easy, club level. Barcelona's trio, like Neymar, the Cannibal, and Messi. Very, very, very simple question. Hey HH, whose performance do you think was worse? City at Anfield or Roma at Anfield? Roma at Anfield, easily. Roma at Anfield was horrible based on their game management. And do you think Klopp winning the Champions League with Liverpool would surpass anything Pep has ever done? Yes. If Klopp wins it with this team, the Champions League, and they beat most likely Real Madrid in the final, it would easily surpass whatever Pep has ever done in his whole history. Right. Manfred Gunza, hey HH, what are your favorite works of Will Smith and Denzel Washington? Some of the obvious ones and some of my favorites include Fresh Prince, Training Day, Malcolm X, and Bad Boys, but some of their underrated works, in my opinion, include Safe House, Pursuit of Happiness, and The Hurricane. For Will Smith, to be honest, I'm not really a fan of his drama work, but Will Smith in Men in Black 1 was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I think Will Smith, for me, would be Men in Black 1, Independence Day today, but definitely Men in Black 1 and Bad Boys. Bad Boys 1 and Men in Black 1 is Will Smith's best films. Denzel is too much. Almost everything, but if I was to pick one, Denzel Washington in Philadelphia, that for me is the most underrated acting performance of all time. I'm not sure whether he was even nominated. For me, I don't care who was best supporting actor. He was easily the best supporting actor that year. How well he played that role of a guy dealing with his own homophobia, as well as dealing with a guy that had AIDS, and just his trajectory and his story arc as a lawyer, and that for me is one of Denzel's best acting performances and one of the most underrated acting performances that I've ever seen from everyone. So yeah. Janet say, please Halfo, put Rafinha in the scholarship category in the Brick Academy. Please Halfo, I'm begging you. That not deserves to be there. Because of him, now Bayern have no chance, and Cristiano is doing a three-peat. Yeah, he's already been put in there. Scholarship, I don't know, but he's nearing a scholarship. I mean, Rafinha is nearing a scholarship. Shane Schubert, who are the 2 or 3 Bayern Munich players you expect to be injured in the second leg? With Neuer, Alaba, Vidal, Robin, and Boateng already struck down by the football gods, I think I'm going to put my money on Thiago and Ribery. Also, would you consider granting Rafinha a tenured professorship in the Brick Academy? Yeah, I would. And probably Thiago will probably go down. I think he'll probably get injured as well. So maybe they need to use the forfeits rule. I mean, it is ridiculous the kind of injuries that Bayern have been getting. It's effed up. James Lombardo, hey HH, this may not be a topic you want to address, and feel free to pass it, but what are your thoughts on prostitution? I will tackle it. Do you support it and think it should be legal, and that women should have the right to use their body in any way that they see fit, or are you against it and disagree with the concept entirely? I am in support of prostitution, and I think in Holland, especially in Amsterdam, it is fully illegal. And my thing is that prostitution has existed for decades. And at the end of the day, let women decide what they want to do with their body. The key thing is that they decide what they want to do with their body. The way our society, first of all, views monogamy, marriage, and relationships is a bit warped. And I think that for women, it's their body. Same thing with the whole thing about abortion. I can't tell what someone should do with their body. It is their body, and they should have whatever ramification come through it they have with it. So I think for women, if you're 18 and above, I'd probably say 21 and above. For me, I'd say if you're 21 and above, where you should really have a brain and be able to be because you're an adult, then you should be free to do whatever you wish with your body. Because for some women, man, who have live hard lives and be very poor, difficult to get a job, guys, people need to survive. People need to survive. So what rights do you have to say this woman has no other job, no other way of earning income? No, you can't be a prostitute. And the woman says, if I don't be a prostitute, I'll die of starvation or I'll live on the streets. So no, F you. I'm going to do what I need to do to flip and survive in this cold world. So there you go. PQ Disney. Hey, HH, out of all the top clubs in Europe, who would you say has the best and worst fans? In terms of worst fans, I could go with United and Chelsea, who can be very arrogant when they win. And in Chelsea case, also racist, yes. And also Real Madrid because of how quick they are to turn on their players. In terms of best fans, I'd go for Liverpool, Dortmund, Juventus, and certainly Man City and Atletico fans, who supported their team when they were nowhere near as good as they are today. Especially City fans who were there when they were constantly fighting relegation. I think when you look at the best fans, you've got to look at definitely it's Italy. I think you've got to look at Liverpool, but definitely you've got to look at the Juventus fans, Liverpool fans, Roma fans, Bayern fans. I mean, Bayern fans are very, very loyal to their team. I think, Dortmund fans as well. They're those guys are there. The worst fans, I mean, Chelsea fans for racism, because I've personally experienced the racism of Chelsea fans personally. Real Madrid fans, as I said, how they easily turn against their team on the home ground, and United fans, because a lot of them are glorious supporters. Not all of them, but a lot of them are glorious supporters, But again, this is not for all fans, because there are some good Real Madrid fans, and there are some good Chelsea fans, but I'm just talking about a sizable number of them, I'm just being real. Ben Joel, hey HH, what are your favorite 2D and 3D platformers of all time? I'd have to go with Rayman Origins and Banjo-Kazooie. Also, what are your thoughts on GTA 6 being rumored to be a 2022 release? Do you think this is too long a wait? 2D platformer. Maybe, I'm trying to think 2D. Does Crash Bandicoot count as 2D? Or Jak and Daxter? No, does Jak and Daxter count as a 2D or 3D? But definitely, I mean, from just off the top of my head, Jak and Daxter. Maybe Mario, if you want to say 2D, and for 3D, I'll go with Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter, very, very good game, underrated. And 2022, now that's too long to wait. I mean, how long has GTA 5 been out? It's been out for about 5 years. So for me, I think that they should definitely release this GTA 6. And I already said before, the reason why I haven't played GTA 5 is just out of principle. I just think, and the reason why I didn't play San Andreas was the black character that I just felt was a stereotype and actually rude to have a black character like a gangbanger in there. For me, I just thought that's just like, nah, I can't play that personally. Max and Gundov, hey HH, hope all is great. My question for this week is, who do you think had a better season, Ter Stegen or Ederson? And out of the two, who do you think had a more disappointing 2 years and why? Mario Balotelli when he was at Liverpool and Milan, or Renato Sanchez when he moved to Bayern up until now? People probably what, brother, you're the best. I'd probably say Ederson. I mean, despite of the season Ter Stegen has done, which has been very good, you have to look at maybe that Roma game where he could have done better. I mean, it's tough. I mean, I would say Ter Stegen, because how many saves has Ederson really had to make? And for Ter Stegen, being a team that is much more defensive, therefore conceding much more chances, he's been forced to make a lot more saves. And I think Renato Sanchez has had the worst 2 years because he's literally done nothing. But at least did something. Abraham, HH, my good question for Q&A. I feel like Iniesta deserves a Ballon d'Or. How does this Madrid side compare to Guardiola's Barca? Yeah, Iniesta was robbed of his Ballon d'Or that he deserved. I believe it was in 2012. Um, but because people are lapdogs to Messi, they gave it to him on justice. I think, sorry, was it that 2012 or 2010 where he deserved? I think it was 2010 when and Iniesta deserved it. And if Madrid win this Champions League and they do a three-peat, I think I will put them ahead. For them, I think they're both comparable. But if Madrid do a three-peat, I will put them ahead of Guardiola's Barca team. Yared, what are your thoughts on Ibrahimovic coming out of retirement for the World Cup? Early in the week, the Swedish FN manager said they did not want to bring him back into the team. But in the last day or so, Ibrahimovic has come out and said he's going to the World Cup, regardless of what they say. What are your thoughts? For me, I think, it's also Ibrahimovic being cryptic. I saw the interview. I think he's saying that he's going to go to the World Cup. He never said he's going to play, but he's just going to go. And by that, he just means he's just going to go to Russia and support his team. So by saying you're going to go to the World Cup, doesn't mean you're going to go and play. It just means you're going to go to the event called the World Cup. Because I can still go to the World Cup, but not play. But I can still go to the event and see things. So there you go. The Supreme One. Hey, HH, the Supreme One here. Thanks for answering my questions last time out. Today, it's conspiracy-based. Is FIFA corrupt? Yes, it is. You don't have to look very far back when Germans almost failed qualifications for World Cup 2010 and FIFA couldn't afford it because Germany has the biggest advertising money of any nation of the World Cup. France v Germany was a possible playoff match for World Cup 2010, ever ahead of a big team cancelling of missing a World Cup corruption. Would just like a verdict on these conspiracy theories. Argentina, number one. Argentina, Nigeria, same shit every day. Just like a verdict on this conspiracy. Same shit every day. 2, Qatar World Cup host 2022. Everyone's complexion becomes a dark skin. Okay. Chelsea, because of the heat. 3, Chelsea missing out on another all-English affair, second time in a row, 2009. And finally, just to conclude, I feel referees gets blamed when really they're forced to be crooks to hide FIFA's true colours. Something nasty is going on year after year. It is my brother. Enjoy the weekend, sir. Yeah, no, for me, I'm not sure about the examples you pulled up, but I think overall, of course, FIFA is corrupt. Of course, it's corrupt. Too much money is involved. This is the number one global sport, and there are interests that have to be had. So 100%. I mean, it's obvious that it is corrupt. So that goes without saying. Brownie again, my dear sir, how do you rate J. Cole's new album KOD? He's a really good rapper, and I feel he's in between Drake and Kendrick content-wise. If he had more features and perhaps other producers in his discography, other than just him from start to finish, he may not be as slept on, if you know what I mean. Not that I think he is. And finally, thoughts on Joyner Lucas. I mean, the guy's a beast as remixes and modding tracks from Drake, 21 Savage, Lil Pump, and all these other cats when we're not going. P.S. You're the best. Yeah, no, for me, I think definitely, as I said before, I'm growing. The album is growing on me. But if J. Cole hired an executive producer, a quality producer, like if he got like a Kanye West, or he got like a Pharrell Williams, someone like that, like a Neptunes, he would create a classic album. Because the guy's an amazing rapper. Like his verse on American Dream, the GC track is one of the best verses I've ever heard. So I think until he gets a quality producer and just focuses on the rap, he'll never have a classic album. He'll just have really good albums. So if he wants a classic album, get a producer. And yeah, Joyner Lucas, pretty good. I wouldn't call him a top tier rapper, but I'll say he's a pretty good rapper. Nike man, HH, what the crack song? Love from Dublin, Ireland. Hey, thank you. What a take on black music currently, HH. I felt rap from 1988 to 1997 was at its best. Lord in Heaven, shit was boss. R&B was really at its peak from 2000 to 2006. Guys like Ja Rule, Timberlake, and 50 Cent. Timberlake pretty much dominated before we had a ringtone rap period where catchy hooks was all that mattered. I feel that music is perhaps getting better with these dancehall beats, and the fact Nigeria also started a musical movement where from 2010 to this present time, you're like, wow. From Two-Face, Idibia, D'banj, Oluman saying when they call to Wizkid, Davido, Techno, and Runtime. Do you think everything has wired down, or does black music seem more competitive to you? Also to note how big hip-hop is when Katy Perry and Demi Lovato are singing over hip-hop beats. rather than the usual poppity pop-up. Yeah, it's true. I mean, for me, I thought that rap was really gonna die at 2000, and I think after 50 Cent's '03 album, I thought it was gonna go down, and I think there was like a huge lull. But I think with the emergence of Kendrick, of J. Cole, you're really seeing this resurgence. I think you're seeing a resurgence of rap and quality music and quality lyrical content as well. R&B is maybe making a slight resurgence because there's this girl called Her, amazing album, one of the best R&B albums I've ever listened to. So I think there's definitely a resurgence that's definitely been happening, and I think rap is definitely the thing that is in vogue. Name player and you don't have a prayer. Hey HH, what's your favorite fighting game and character from it? I'm not a huge fighting game fan, but if I was to say, it would probably be the first Mortal Kombat on SNES. First fighting game I played and had a huge effect in, but I'm not a huge fighting game fan. What's the take on the Tekken series? Was it a success? No, it was amazing. And which is the best of all time? Maybe Tekken 2. Surely it's also between Street Fighter and Tekken. How do you rank each one? Okay. Mine are based on what I've played. 1, Tekken, Def Jam, Fight for New York, which is good, Street Fighter, Bloody Roar, Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat. As again, I was really a huge fan of this, but if I had to choose, it was the first Mortal Kombat on SNES that I used to play back in Nigeria with my friends, and I used to use Sub-Zero. So this was the back in the day, so that's still my favorite one. And forward thinking. Modern HH, I trust you are reading that Cristiano forfeit video. My question for you this week is based on unfulfilled potential. Now, being a dedicated Chelsea supporter, I've had the pleasure of watching Hazard perform at the Garden of Eden over the best part of 6 years. However, despite the 2 Premier League titles, Europa League trophy, and other honours, including the Player of the Year award, I feel that we are yet to see the zenith of Hazard's capabilities over a full season due to the regimented systems he has been deployed in under the special one and the we must suffer one, aka Conte, severance package. The question to HH is, what players do you believe we haven't quite seen the best of from due to the systems managers they are played under, as in my humble opinion? Systems is the most important aspect of a football team. Have a great day. Forward thinking. For me, no, Pogba is definitely the one. I think Hazard, we've not seen the best of him. Pogba, we've not seen the best of him from United under Mourinho. And I think Verratti, as good as Verratti is, I think him being the French league and the PSG situation, we're not really seeing what the guy can truly do. Guys, that is it. I'm all done. We'll see you again next week. Remember to get your question answered. Head to the website, halffootballhot.com. Put in your question, your name, and your email, and I will answer your question. Bada bing, bada three smacks. Peace.